I got off topic, but I'm gonna have the question in the back. It was about like what length he should start, like what length he should have before he starts his hair off. And really, if you have like 1 to 2 inches of hair, you can really start your locks off. When I first started my hair, like my top, I had a flat top. If I can find some flat top photos, I'm gonna put them up in the back. I think I only have one. I had a flat top, but like towards the back of the flat top, it would go in at a dip because I wouldn't comb it. And I think I had like, I grew that flat top out for like a year or two. So I had some inches on me before I started. With my size, I started off like, as soon as I seen a little bit of hair growing, that's when I got the sponge and sponging it. And that's what I'm trying to get at. You never really, you just need hair to start off if you want your locks done. Always do your research of what type of locks you want to have. Remember that your hair will never look the same as someone else's, but you can always put yourself in the right direction, if that makes sense. If you want your hair twisted, look up twisted lock videos. Look up locticians in your area. My thing is, don't let just anybody in your hair or play with your hair if you're going on that route of locking your hair, because one wrong hand in your hair can fuck up everything and you're gonna have to restart your journey all over again. So if you want to go the locking route to where you're twisting it, always do your research. If you want to freeform it, do your research also. Semi-freeform, do your research. Well, with freeformed hair and semi-freeformed hair, if you work like more in the corporate world, you can have freeform locks and semi-freeform locks. When I go into interviews, I can get the interview. I walk with my hair down. This stuff is energy, you know? Like if I have my hair up, it shows that like I'm not really open to you, like open to have this conversation, open to share the energy with you. So that's why when I go out, I always have the hair down. Like depending on where I'm going, like I want to share the energy sometimes, and sometimes you want to keep that energy to yourself. I got off topic, but but if you're gonna freeform your hair, just make sure the job that you have or the profession that you want really, like honestly you really shouldn't care. Honestly, you really shouldn't care about if your job cares about your hair or not. If you work a job that really wants you to maintain your hair and you don't want to maintain your hair, you should just get a new fucking job. Like, that easy. A job is a job and you can get a new job anywhere you want to go. It's just, my thing about jobs is like, they need you just as much as you need them. So if they don't want you to look the way you want to look, go somewhere that doesn't discriminate you at all and with the way you want to look. The ideal length of if you want to start your hair off is 1 to 2 inches. You really can start it off with whatever hair length you want, but just know, just because you start your hair off locking it early don't mean it's gonna grow quicker and this and that and third. Like, don't believe none of the your hair is gonna grow quicker videos, clickbaity shits that you guys see on the internet all the time. Your hair is not gonna grow quicker if you like put egg in it and do all the stupid stuff that people tell you to do. You really just gotta be patient and your hair will grow when it wants to grow. If that shit don't grow, then it just don't fucking grow. I don't know what to tell you. They got extensions and whatever you want to do if your hair don't decide to grow the way you want it to. Because in this world, if you want something, you can have it right then and now if you can't be patient. So my thing is, I don't really be seeing the extensions as like a bad thing. More, if you can't be patient, then like put the extensions in. If you got 1 to 2 inches of hair already, and then you can just extend it and like keep the extensions in for like 3 years until your hair is like 3 year length, and cut the extensions off as you go. If having long hair makes you feel good and brings your confidence to a level, and you want your hair like the faux hair to be long until your natural hair is that long, then do it. do what you want. Like, if that vision is in your mind, make that vision come to fruition. It's just sometimes you really do have to be patient, but if you can't be patient, there's always other ways to get around being patient. I'm gonna actually throw up like my sides in the back when I first started, because I really started with like no hair. As soon as I seen like the little taco meats coming, I was like, let me get the sponge right now. Let me start logging this now. Because in my mind, I thought about like, if I lock it up early and have it locked early, I didn't want the fro stage when I had like locks on my head already. So I was like, I'm just gonna have like baby locks on the sides while I have like long locks at the top. And his question was pertaining more to his side lengths of his head, because his his top is longer than his sides, like mine are. But if you want your sides locked, like right now, like it don't matter if you've been growing your hair out for like your top out for 3 months and then your sides are just shaved. If you want your sides out, like the top, and it's like so close together, like 3 months I've been locking my top and then my sides I'm just starting, like it's better to get them like as close as possible to like the same date so it can grow out kind of even. Of course your hair isn't going to be completely even because you started out at 2 different times, but you can always like cut your top off to make it close to your sides as possible if you really want to go down that route. In my mind, I thought I was going to do that as well until I realized how long my top is going to get and like how short my sides are. I'll never like go back down to that little under the eye phase. I just want my shit like long and touching the chest now. Just remember that your hair is gonna take like 3 months to lock in general. Like to get to where you want it to be, like this shit's strong, like I can't rip through this shit no more. Once it gets to that point, it's gonna take like 3 or so months. So if you have loose hair already and you want to lock it up and like that's your vision, start locking it up now, because it's gonna be a process. Your hair is gonna shrink and it's gonna like grow out longer. Don't expect it to flourish and be as long as your top if you're locking it up so early. It's gonna take time to mature and grow. And your sides, it doesn't really matter if you start your sides and your top separately. They're both gonna, at the end of the day, if you do let them grow out and like let them do their thing, let them do them, it's gonna look similar in a way, because it's gonna fit to you and your body and to your head. So it's gonna look similar. That's what I'm learning about myself. Like, I write down lists of what I want to do, and once you write everything down on a list, like you see it and you make it happen. So my one thing I want you guys to do is like write 3 things that you want to do tomorrow on a list. You wake up, you see those 3 things, those are my 3 goals for the day, my mission for the day, and then you'll make your mission happy. Because once you see it, you dream about it, you can do it. You guys have a nice day. I'll catch you guys tomorrow.